I still feel like this Texas team is different than the previous seasons. They played a Red River game really tightly and made a few too many mistakes. This is not indicative of a team that I feel like is going to continue to stub their toe. Mainly because, like, you look at what happened and it's like they made huge mistakes. And I touched on them a little bit earlier. The first interception of the day from Ewers led to the short field. So that's a Sooner touchdown, points on the board. The second interception came when they were in the red zone. That takes points off the board. So now all of a sudden you're creating a margin and you're creating a difficult path for the rest of the game. You generally don't win the game if just those two things happen. Just those two things happen. You throw a pick that leads to points and throw a pick that takes points off the board. You generally don't win a big game if just those two things happen. They fumbled. That came on a third down with Texas at midfield in the third quarter. And then they had that goal line opportunity in which they failed, and credit Oklahoma for the goal line stand. That's points off the board. You don't win the game in that scenario. And yet there they were with a 3-point lead with 1:17 left. So in a lot of ways, you could think to yourself like, boy, that went about as poorly as you could have hoped if you're a Texas fan, and you still were in a position to win and didn't down the stretch. I don't think this is indicative of some sort of slide. I do not think this is indicative of, well, Texas is not back overall. This is still a really good football team. I look at their schedule, and I still think that they've got everything ahead of them, and here's why. While OU still has room now, they've got cushion, and they've bought themselves that cushion. Texas doesn't. They have no margin for error, but there is no earthly possibility. I'm just setting this, and maybe this will come back to bite me, but I just don't think it will. There's no way that Texas runs the table, gets into the Big 12 championship game, highly likely against Oklahoma. Then they've got 60 minutes against Oklahoma to avenge their one loss of the year. If they do it, they not only beat the team they lost to, they still have the Alabama win. And with Alabama playing a lot better, they would be a champ with one loss, a win over the team that they lost to in Oklahoma, and a win over Alabama. There's no scenario where I see them missing the playoff if those things happen.